Another day, another story. Please subscribe and like Insight Labs at iLabs 365. Fixing billions of transistors on a computer chip involves a highly intricate and precise manufacturing process known as semiconductor fabrication or semiconductor manufacturing. This process is also commonly referred to as chip fabrication or chip manufacturing. Here's an overview of how billions of transistors are fixed onto a computer chip. Design. The process starts with the design of the computer chip, where engineers and designers create a blueprint of the chip's layout, including the placement and interconnection of the transistors and other components. Silicon wafer preparation. The base material used for most computer chips is a thin, round, and flat disk made of silicon known as a silicon wafer. These wafers are typically 12 inches in diameter, but smaller sizes are also used. The wafers are precisely manufactured to be very pure and defect-free. Photolithography. The most critical step in chip manufacturing is photolithography. This process involves using light to transfer the chip's design pattern onto the silicon wafer. The wafer is coated with a light-sensitive material called a photoresist. A mask containing the chip's design pattern is aligned over the wafer, and ultraviolet light is used to expose the photoresist. The pattern is then etched into the photoresist, defining the location of transistors and other components on the chip. Etching. The exposed areas of the photoresist are removed during the etching process, leaving behind a patterned layer on the silicon wafer. This patterned layer serves as a template for the subsequent deposition and removal of different materials, creating the transistors and interconnects. Ion implantation. To modify the properties of the silicon in specific areas and create the necessary conductive pathways, ions of specific elements are implanted into the silicon wafer. This process helps create the different regions of transistors, such as the source, drain, and gate regions. Deposition. Thin layers of materials, such as metals and insulators, are deposited onto the silicon wafer using various techniques like chemical vapor deposition, CVD, or physical vapor deposition, PVD. These layers form the conductive pathways and insulating regions between transistors and other components. Doping. To control the electrical properties of the silicon, certain regions are intentionally doped with impurities, creating either N-type, electron-rich, or P-type, hole-rich, semiconductor material. Annealing. The wafer undergoes a high-temperature process known as annealing to activate the implanted ions and heal any crystal defects introduced during the manufacturing process. Metallization. The chip's interconnections are created by depositing thin layers of metal, usually aluminum or copper, on top of the chip's surface. This forms the intricate network of wires that connect the transistors and other components. Testing and packaging. Once the transistors and interconnections are fixed on the wafer, the chips are tested to ensure their functionality and quality. It's important to note that semiconductor fabrication is an extremely complex and delicate process that requires advanced technology, precise equipment, and cleanroom environments to prevent contamination and ensure the high-quality production of computer chips with billions of transistors. Each step in the process must be meticulously controlled to achieve the desired functionality and performance of the chips. If you like the video, please subscribe and like Insight Labs at iLabs 365.